So currently, this is our setup because I don't know where the attachment to my microphone is right now, but at least you guys can hear me fine with this, so I'm just going to use this. So, before I privated all the videos on my YouTube channel, I made a video talking about my controversial opinions on body hair, and when I unprivated all my videos, and let me know if you actually want to hear that story, it's kind of crazy, very long, involved, and detailed. But when I unprivated everything, I kept that video and a bunch of other videos private because I feel like I overshared too much in some of those videos. I privated a bunch of videos, so if you notice some videos missing from my channel, even though I brought most things back, I stand by everything I said in those videos. If I now think otherwise, I will share, but I'm not privating those videos because I'm hiding my views. I'm privating them and leaving them private because I overshared way too much in those videos, and I don't really like how I feel after I overshare too much, and it's a habit I have that I'm trying to work with, but there we are. Now, this is a subject, body hair is a subject that I have a lot to talk about, and it's really hard not to overshare because body hair is a very personal thing, and I kind of don't want you to know what I do with mine, where I put mine, who I send it to, etc. So I'm going to try not to talk about me, but I also don't feel like editing this video. So I started noticing a lot of discourse about body hair, and specifically women with body hair and men finding it disgusting around 2020 or 2021. I know it's been an issue or an argument for much longer than that, but that's when I first kind of noticed the conversation. And I thought it was really dumb, and I think people have a tendency to take it way too personally. I think it starts with men saying, like, I think body hair is gross. And then women being like, well, mine? You think my body hair is gross? And then men being like, yes, your body hair is very gross, and I hate you, and I hate all liberal women. And then the women are like, all men who hate body hair are pedophiles. Okay, conversation has gone crazy. I saw, or actually a friend of mine posted on my server. It's not public, it's private, but you can access it publicly, so join my Discord server if you're not already joined. But somebody in my Discord server posted a parody video of some guy addressing the conversation by saying, if you're a woman who hates bald men or thinks men should have a full head of hair, you need to address your own internal pedophilic prejudices. Which I thought was very funny and not too inaccurate, but I felt like it would be more accurate to say, oh, women who have a problem with men who grow beards, they're pedos because, like, what you want your man to be clean-shaven, you want him to have a smooth face. Only boys have smooth faces, you creep. YouTube is not gonna, well, YouTube doesn't monetize me, so I can say whatever I want, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get monetized, and I make way more money doing my job than YouTube. I don't make any money off YouTube. That could change, though, if anyone wants to sponsor me. Now that I have kind of laid bare the argument of, I think it's not constructive to call people who have a preference for a lack of body hair or shaving your body hair pedos. I think it's unproductive and inaccurate. Now that I've laid out that conversation, I do think there is a bit of a difference between, say, women who want men to shave their faces versus men who want women to shave their bodies. Most women are not usually arguing that facial hair is unnatural and unhygienic. On the other hand, there's a shrinking number, but still a pretty big number of men who consider women who don't shave their body hair to be unhygienic or think that women aren't supposed to have body hair. If it is growing there, it's supposed to be there, unless one has hypertrichosis, which is a rare condition where there's an abnormal amount of hair growth on somebody's body, and it's not like every woman has this, it's like, you notice it because they have hair growing on the bridge of their nose, and on the tops of their cheeks, and maybe on their fingers. Hypertrichosis, you notice it. And even if you have hypertrichosis, you should not feel obligated to shave or wax parts of your body that other people think shouldn't have body hair. If it's growing there, it's probably fine. Unless it's inside a surgical site, but like, I'm being nitpicky. If it's growing there, it's supposed to be there. Now, a lot of women are tired of hearing men say men are supposed to have body hair, but women aren't. That is sexist and inaccurate. But a lot of women will combat this by saying, oh, children don't have body hair. You want me to have no body hair like a child? So the problem with that is a shaved, fully developed woman looks completely different from an underdeveloped girl. Number two, girls at this current day and age tend to go through puberty around 9 or 10. So by 10 or 11, a lot of girls are starting to grow body hair. And 10 and 11-year-old girls are children. Therefore, children can have body hair. Similar to, like, boys growing facial hair. Obviously body hair, but growing facial hair before they are 18. Children are growing body hair before they are adults, before they are fully developed. So even underdeveloped children still grow body hair. Now let's talk about, okay, so now that we've established men who prefer women with no body hair, that does not make them by default predators. However, I don't think anyone should be pressured to do something that they don't want to do. Here's the thing. I think a lot of, if not the majority of straight men want women to shave all their body hair. And more straight women don't care about body hair or even like body hair. So I think that's why a lot of people don't really understand the argument. Women are like, why do you want us to shave our body hair? And men are like, why do you think I'm a predator for wanting you to shave your body hair? A lot of people are confused. I am confused by women too a bit because I also don't like body hair. So I don't understand like being attracted to people with body hair. That's something I said in my previous video where I was kind of body shaming men, and I don't mean to do that. If hair is growing there, it's supposed to be there. But, as a woman who also finds body hair to be just uncomfy, I don't like the texture of it. I'm not really a fan of the way it looks, but it's more the texture. I don't like how coarse it is. I think, again, it's inaccurate and impractical to call people who have a preference for people who shave pedos. That being said, as I mentioned, I don't think you should pressure anybody to shave, or, on the other hand, not shave if they don't want to, which is less of an argument. If it is so important to you as a woman to have a man who shaves his face, date a guy who is usually clean shaven, or is fine shaving his face, or likes it, or whatever, I don't know. If you're a man who wants a woman to shave her body, find a woman who does. Don't pressure your girlfriend or wife who doesn't want to do that. I personally think it's rather petty and shallow to break up with somebody because they won't shave, but you are allowed to break up with anybody for any reason. So you could break up with somebody who just won't shave for you, but you cannot force somebody who won't shave to shave. Another thing is, if you are expecting somebody to shave their body hair, you have to be okay doing it yourself. Again, a lot of women are okay dating men with body hair, and a lot of men prefer their women to shave their body hair, so this is a situation that doesn't usually happen. I'll just say that I have encountered 2 men in my life who told me that they had a preference for women who shave their body hair, and one of them actually went out of his way to say, oh, if the woman wants me to, I will too. And I was like, okay, good, thank you, I want you to. And he was like, okay. And then the other guy, he said, I already do that. He said he already did that. He already shaves his body hair, so it is consistent. So I think that if you have a preference for the person you're dating to shave their body hair, you have to be willing to do that yourself. And it's not a case of men and women are different. Yes, men and women are different, but fun fact, they both grow body hair. And it is sexist and unfair to expect one partner to do that and the other partner refuses to because men are allowed to have body hair. So, again, to reiterate the debate, I don't think that people who have a preference for no body hair are attracted to children. Huge difference. Huge difference between a shaved adult and a child who may or may not have body hair yet. I would think that's obvious. Secondly, it's okay to have preferences as long as you don't shame or force anybody to do them. Number 3, if you have a preference, you gotta be willing to do it yourself. Okay, so that was my video. I'm gonna rant for a second, so if all you wanted to hear was my take on body hair, go ahead and leave now. When I privated my YouTube channel right before the elders of my church were trying to do a gotcha moment with me and be like, you wouldn't be comfortable with us showing the entire congregation your videos, would you? If I'm gonna make a video about body hair preferences and the ethics of that, I think that would be awkward to show to an entire audience of people sitting in a church building. I think that would be off topic and weird, and that's, it's kind of a borderline health class conversation, and most adults don't want to go back to middle school, high school sex ed. I am not ashamed of what I'm saying. I don't mind if the elders at my church want to watch my videos still. I don't mind if I'd rather my parents didn't, but I'm not going to stop them. It's a public video. I know anybody, even the people who hate me or the people I hate or my exes or my stalkers, everybody's allowed to watch my videos. The reason they're public is because I'm not ashamed of them. I just think it's weird for a lot of my videos where I'm talking about body hair or I'm talking about uh werewolf fantasy tropes. I think that's just weird to show to a church congregation, which is why I might be a little bit uncomfortable doing that. But yeah, I don't know if you enjoyed the video. It was a short video, so you're welcome. I can still do that. Bye!